I'm Matt with eTrailer, and today we're talking about the Titan Change tire chains on our 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee. We're going to have this on our rear axle as what the manual recommends, and our tire size is going to be 265, 60, or 18. Now this chain does fit a lot of other options. That's just the tire size we have today. But if you're worried about this fitting on your vehicle, you can plug in your vehicle's information into our fit guide to find what's going to be the best fit for you. So let's check it out. This is going to be a good option for anyone who's looking at something that's going to be more low profile, since we're not going to have a whole lot of space in our wheel well, and just something for those more light duty snow and ice conditions, or something to keep you legal in your state. So the reason why this is just for more your light duty snow and ice conditions is because we have these roller links at the top. These roller links don't have a whole lot of grit to them. They're not going to be able to bite through snow and ice a whole lot. But if you're going through those light duty snow and ice conditions, it's going to be fine for that. And the fact that these are roller links, they're also going to provide you more of a smooth ride overall. And as you can see, I have plenty of room back here for them to sit. And they're also going to be made from a low carbon steel, so that just means they're going to be very durable still, maybe not as durable and long lasting as some of our more premium options like nickel alloy, but they'll definitely get the job done. We're also going to have this ladder pattern design. That ladder pattern design is designed to help give you more traction when you're stopping and starting. And the way it's going to hook up, we're going to have these blocks that go through this channel and run across, and you're going to have this lever to help assist with getting this tighter. Now, a lot of times, you'll still have a little bit of looseness from these chains, so what I recommend is just getting a rubber tensioner. If you don't have one, you can find one on our website, and that's going to help pull a lot of that slack out, and it's going to help keep a lot of slack out when you drive. These chains are going to come in a set of 2 in this fairly light duty bag. Now overall, I'm not a big fan of this bag for a few reasons. It is light duty, but these chains are also pretty light duty, so they shouldn't really tear it up too much, and it should last you a decent amount of time. My biggest gripe about it though is getting your chains back in here, because you got to roll your chains back up, and they're kind of springy, so you don't want to bind up super tight, and if you have snow or dirt or rocks in them, it can make that process a lot harder, and getting them back in this bag is kind of difficult. So what I'd recommend doing is just investing in a small tote, because you're going to have a little bit more room to play around with, and it's going to help protect your chains. As for the installation of these, it is a little bit time consuming because you do have to get underneath the vehicle to make those back connections. If you're looking for something that's not going to be as difficult of an installation, or where you don't have to get underneath your vehicle, there are other options. Titan Chain also makes another option that comes with a rubber tensioner, and the connections you make for it are all on the front side, so you don't have to get underneath your vehicle. Or if you're looking for something a little bit more premium that's going to get you more grit through ice and snow, because it's going to have square links on them, Koenig chains also are a great option for those more moderate snow and ice conditions. But if you don't mind getting underneath your vehicle and you're just looking for something a little bit more affordable, then I think this is going to be a great option for you. If you are curious about the installation, just stay tuned and we'll walk you through the process. To start off the installation, we're going to lay everything out, and I also recommend grabbing some gloves to make this easier. And if you are doing this for the first time, I recommend staying home, throwing them on, because you don't want to have to try to figure these out on the side of the road in the middle of a blizzard. But what we're looking for when we're checking our chains is to make sure there's no damages to our links, make sure everything looks pretty good, and to check if this is in the right orientation. We want to make sure that this hook is facing up and away from our tire, so it doesn't damage it at all. And we want this lever to be on the closest side, closest to us, and furthest away from your tire. When that all looks good, when we come over to the center, lift up, and just drape it over right here. And what I'm trying to do is make sure everything's even. I don't want anything hanging over too low where it might make contact with our rim. And I'm trying to make sure these levers and points of connection are going to be easy to connect to. So we can make our connections on the front and back. And once this is in place, we can start doing that. The first connection I'm going to do is the rear. And this might take a few attempts, especially if you are a little bit larger. This might be a tight fit for you. And with you making this connection, we want to make sure it's going to be even on both sides. So if you make this too tight, then we won't be able to get an even fit all the way around. So that's why you might have to do this a few times just to make sure everything's even. This process is going to just involve taking these metal blocks and pushing them through this channel, but we'll be able to see that a lot more on the front side. The process of putting on that rubber tensioner is pretty straightforward. All we have to do is just put this on in a star pattern and make sure that these hooks are facing away. Now the reason why we also might want to use a rubber tensioner is when you're driving, things can loosen up or kind of shift into place, which can loosen up your fit. This is going to apply pressure as you drive, so you don't have to worry about things loosening up. And this is a good point. We can test everything, make sure everything feels pretty tight still. And if it does, you can repeat that process on the other side. And after that, I recommend either pulling forward or backing up some, just to make sure everything's staying right, nothing's shifting too much, and it's still a good fit. But after that, you can take it on a ride. But that's just a look at the Titan chains with roller links on our 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Thanks for watching.